Hey guys, it's Morgan. Welcome to the Shlog. If you guys are new here and haven't ever experienced this, my name is Morgan. This is Highland Cycles. It's my motorcycle shop here in Western Colorado. And we film every week what we do here at the shop. We film how to install clutches, how to do fork seals, how to rebuild shocks, how to rebuild motors, all that kind of stuff. And we put it right here in a weekly Shlog, which is the combination of shop and vlog. So it's the Shlog. And yeah, we like to hang out, talk about dirt bikes. Please feel free to comment below any questions you have about anything we do or any other stuff. I'll get back to you. Also, make sure you follow us on social media at facebook.com/HighlandCycles. Instagram is @HighlandCycles. And yes, we do have a TikTok channel. It's just @HighlandCycles. And you can send us messages there. We'll get back to you for sure. So, welcome to the Shlog. It is Tuesday morning. We're closed Sunday, Monday. It's Tuesday morning, and we're getting back after it finally after a really fun week. I had an awesome ride with the kids. If you haven't checked out that video, it's right up here, the card. We went up and rode passes in the San Juans. It was awesome. So we just got here. Zach is back there rocking and rolling, getting his bike ready for our trip to Idaho. There is the angriest man in motorsports right there. If you haven't met him, there he is. Trust me. Don't look at him. Don't look him in the eye. It's not good. But he's getting his bike ready real fast. We're leaving for 3 days of riding in Idaho near Stanley in 2 weeks. And this weekend we're going racing at the Shady Burro Enduro, which is going to be awesome. So first thing today though is mail time. I'm pretty excited. I had a guy contact me and wanted me to test some stuff out. So let's take a look. All right. So this is from Z-Max Chemicals. I'm excited. They got a hold of me via our Facebook page, sent me a message, said he wanted to send me some stuff and have us try it out, so I'm excited. Always good to see a sticker. Boom, all right, we'll start with this. The Z-Max Speed Wax. It's a quick and easy application spray on mist, shines and protects, leaving a high gloss finish. Always like that on our bikes, make them look shiny. Great for race cars, passenger cars, boats and planes, and I'm guessing motorcycles. So, the thing is, these guys started in car racing is where they got their start. So, and they're trying to move into the power sports industry. The guy who contacted me used to work for Joe Gibbs Racing, which is rad. And he is working with these guys now on getting them into the power sports industry. So yeah, we'll try that. I'm guessing that's going to be kind of like our protectant stuff, but it's in a squirt bottle, not aerosol. I'll probably get more use out of that, so I'm excited about that. And by the way, we're gonna go, as I use this stuff, we'll talk about it and give reviews. Silicone spray, so always good for protecting things. All-purpose degreaser. I think I'm gonna try that on two-stroke spooge, would be the thing I do. Wet clutch additive, provides optimum hookup, protects against heat and clutch wear under extreme conditions, prevents clutch slippage. Works with all OEM and JSAO oils, so cool. I'm gonna try that because there's a company, BG, that had something like that before, so I'm excited to try that. Z-Max Lube, quiets and stops squeaks, lubes, cleans, protects, helps prevent rust and corrosion. Right on. I think that might go in place of the spray grease that I have. Chain lube, I'm definitely gonna be trying that. Brake parts cleaner, right on. Z-Max, thank you guys so much. I will be testing all of that stuff and getting back to you guys with how I like it. Got a lot of stuff to do, guys. First things first, I'm probably gonna have to run a couple errands and mail some stuff out, but then we're gonna get down to work. All right, guys, so getting to work here. We got a Yamaha RT100. At least I believe that's what it is. They told me it was a DT100, but I don't think they make DT100s this new. But either way, it's a little two-stroke 100 Yamaha. And that means it's awesome because it's a two-stroke Yamaha, so therefore it's rad. So it doesn't run, we got to make it run. So I'll show you what we're going to do there. Mr. Sheets is over here working on an interesting one. Actually, we'll check in on this after he gets done. So this was once a bike of a friend of mine, Dave. It was a 2016 450XC-W. Had no problems with it. Then we went riding near Green River and he drowned it in some water, but not so bad that it wouldn't start. Anyway, he got it out, got it started, rode back, changed the oil, but immediately after that it started smoking like horribly. He took it apart. The top end was all jacked up. Anyway, he rebuilt the top end himself, put valves in it and everything. I mean, it was bad. And I still don't know 100% if it was just the water or if maybe he didn't have his air filter seated. I don't know. Like, anyway, Dave, if you're watching this, I still don't know exactly what went down. It seems odd, but I know Dave. He's a great mechanic, so probably that's what happened. But then he built it, sold it, because he just went to a two-stroke, and the guy who has it now got it, rode it a little bit, but it started pressurizing the cooling system. So I don't know what's going on there. We took it apart. We got new gaskets for it because it seemed like it's only the head gasket that would cause it. What's happening? And so, yeah, we're trying to figure that out. But yeah, we're gonna start with this little Yamaha. I'll get back to you here in just a second. So, checking her out, took the spark plug out, made sure it sparked. It does spark. So now the next thing I like to do on something simple like this is I'm just gonna take the air box cover off, spray some brake cleaner in there, and kick it and see if it lights up. All right, guys, so folks just came in, fouled plug. I don't have one, which is bad, but I gotta show you really quick. Little sandblaster. Handy dandy brake clean. So that's not working. Yeah, I'm gonna take the spark plug out again and maybe just put a new one in it. It seems to be sparking nice and bright, but we'll try a new one, see if that changes anything. All right, new plug. Old one was definitely a little bit gnarly. It was still sparking, but new plug. Gonna spray some more brake cleaner in here and see if we can get it started up. That's awesome. All right, guys, that's super exciting. If you've ever worked on a bike with a carburetor and had things like that happen, you'll know how happy I am that the kill switch works. So it runs now. Now we got to figure out what someone did. The slack is out of the cable, and actually I have some free play there, but I have a feeling I might know what's going on. So Leia's doing something weird over there. Let's get this carburetor off, or at least get the top of it off. I have a feeling I might know what's going on. So I figured it out. It was awesome. So like I said, I took the free play out of the cable, or I gave the cable free play so it wouldn't be that. And I'm taking the top of the carburetor off, and you see how the slide is way up high like that? It should be down in there further. And the thing is, slides are asymmetrical. Even if they're circular like this, they're still asymmetrical. There's a cutaway right here that goes towards the airbox, and this goes towards the motor. And there's this groove right here. There's a pin inside the carburetor for that groove to slide on. And then this other side, if you look right there, that is for the idle adjuster to hit and then raise it up. So this thing, and by the way, I checked the idle adjust, it was pretty far out. So this slide was in backwards. So now we're gonna spin it around, put it in, fire it up, and I have a feeling this thing might run just fine, which would be really cool. So I'm gonna get this in here right, and we'll kick it and see if it's better. All right, guys, so I put the slide back in correctly, and full disclosure, I already kicked it and it's gonna work, but I gotta see if I need to pull the carburetor off and clean it, because I fired it up and it died pretty quickly. Like, maybe it's not getting enough gas, but that was before I put the tank back on. So let's see how this goes. So pretty sure that's just a carburetor situation now. I'm gonna take the tank back off, pull the carburetor off, clean it up really good, and slap it back on. So I'll check in if there's anything super interesting with the carburetor. It's running! That's awesome! The carburetor was just dirty, pilot jet was clogged up, no big deal. Super stoked about that. I'm gonna button her up here for a test ride, then we'll move on to the next thing. Right on, guys. I just have to jump in here real fast and say a massive thank you to Patrick Mahaffey, or Patty Cake here on YouTube. Thank you so much. And Steve Wolverton, thank you so much. They just brought us stuff all the way from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I just want to show you guys how awesome they are. They got to just look briefly at Zach. They know how angry he is, so they didn't make eye contact. They were super good. But check this out, man. Seasoning and tons of local coffee. Thank you so very much. So stoked. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Mr. Sheets is working on bleeding the brake on a 300 KTM, which can be a giant nightmare. He's got, we actually put a new master cylinder in. And there's some folks rolling in with the devil child of a KX 125 that we're going to work on. So I'll check back in when we get a bike up here on the lift. All right, guys. So it's kind of been crazy. I just rejetted a WR for a guy. But this gentleman came down from Missouri, and his front wheel bearings are junk. They're wiggly. But also this was missing. So fortunately, I got one that's going to take care of that, which is awesome. I'm going to slap some wheel bearings in there, show you how we do that. All right, so on KTMs, wheel spacers have to come out first, and you kind of have to drive them out. Pop the seals out. Hey, how's it going up there? Guy with the 500. What's your name? Jay. So when did you do these bearings last?
I don't know. I bought the bike recently, and the guy said they were done, but
because well, I'm thinking that they are and that they're fine, but that nut missing is what's making it wiggle.
Oh, because like we were jimmying it, and they're like, oh man, the hubs. Okay.
So
are you able
I'm
to
just
locate one or have one?
Well, I've got wheel bearings. Oh yeah, no, I found a. Yeah,
oh, you
I
did.
got it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh my God.
I think the bearings look good, and they feel really good. Like
okay.
They don't feel.
Yeah, he said that they were just done, but I didn't know if I could trust him, because he said the oil was done too, and I just took it on me to change the oil, and it was black. So. Right. You know, I don't know.
They're super duper greased up.
Okay.
Like that are done, like they were just
good.
done. So I'm just gonna for grins, because it doesn't take very long, I'm gonna put it back on there and see if when we tighten that down correctly,
okay,
if it's perfect, because
right.
they feel they're not notchy.
Hour and a half drive for that.
Well, but you had to have that anyway, because they don't work like that.
Yeah, I think I lost them on Engineer Pass yesterday, because I saw it the day before. Today we were supposed to just do the full loop and then back to camp, but
that thing feels great now.
That's good. So it's just the cat.
Yep. Well, so when I first slide the axle in, run this thing in, and then it should just spin like it just did. You know, it won't tighten.
Before you tighten.
Before I tighten these down, okay. Just let it spin.
Yeah.
And then I tighten these clamps, just this side, down and go, get it pretty tight. Then loosen those back up. So now they're all four loose again. Yeah. And then you do the spinning thing. Either push on it or you can go like that. And that'll jiggle it up. But usually, like yours is good. It's nice and clean and it just sits there and spins. If it spins like that, you don't have to worry too much about it finding its home. Like that process. It's when they kind of bind up and they don't want to that's when that causes a problem. But anyway, whatever, you do your thing. Then loosen those, make sure they're all good, and then you come back and tighten these down, and then I go back to that and tighten it one more time.
Oh man, I'm gonna leave you guys some good reviews and.
Yeah, that's the hugest thing you can do.
I will.
Google, Facebook, and then if you're interested, check us out on YouTube.
Okay.
Because we got a pretty good YouTube
channel.
channel.
Facebook, but I do all the rest.
Yeah, so YouTube, we got it's just youtube.com/HighlandCycles.
You guys do like.
We do ride videos. Well,
okay.
We're filming right now, so yeah, you're beyond. We do how-to videos. I do a weekly just vlog of the shop, like what we do, and then we do how to rebuild motors and
cool. Very cool. Yeah, no, definitely.
And actually, I just got done with a ride video with my kids up around the Silverton, Corkscrew, California Hurricane Pass.
Yeah, that's what we were supposed to do today, but.
Oh, you got time?
I know. No, well, we're gonna maybe tomorrow.
So that worked out. That was awesome. Turns out the wheel bearings look like brand new, super greased and everything. And they felt perfect, so I think they were just fine. Turns out that cap was just gone and didn't have quite enough tension on it, and so that was what was causing it to feel loose. So got a new cap, pulled off of a bike that's here in storage and not going anywhere anytime soon, and got them going. So we're psyched, ready to rock and roll. Mr. Sheets is putting together a Husqvarna 85 that a guy was kind enough to bring us in multiple pieces. And so now oh yeah, look at that. He's got his calipers out measuring things because things are in a million pieces, and he's trying to figure out where things go. He's doing awesome. Look at him. He's almost a smile on his face too. What is wrong with the world? It's not good. I don't feel comfortable anymore. Something bad is about to happen. Right on. Psyched that we get that guy on the road, and it was even easier and cheaper than wheel bearings, so that's awesome. Yeah, let's keep rocking and rolling. All right, so awesome day so far. It's been rad. It turns out that Zach Sheets is the most popular man in all of YouTube. The folks from Louisiana were super stoked to meet / not look at Zach, so that was awesome. And like I said before, they gave us some coffee, so we're gonna make some coffee right now. Get back to work. While that water's heating up though, let's check in real fast on the KTM 450XC-W, XCFW I guess. So it's the one that was pressurizing the cooling system after the previous owner did a top end. We took it all apart, inspected everything. Oh, excuse me, not we. Zach took it all apart, inspected everything, and reinstalled some OEM head and base gaskets. And I just rode it around, Zach rode it around. It's awesome, so no problems anymore. So super stoked about that. I think he used OEM gaskets before, but maybe he had a nick in it, or I don't know what happened. Anyway, it's fixed now, that's awesome. He's also building the Husqvarna 85. It's getting closer to being a motor. So that's awesome. And I got the RT running yesterday, that's super cool. And big news, guys. I don't think I said that. I said this on social media, but big news. I just purchased or put the money down for an electric start kit for my YZ250 two-stroke. Yes! Super stoked. It's from Panthera Motorsports up in Canada. I gave them the money, and hopefully we'll see it in about a month. They're waiting on flywheels for it, but I'm super stoked. It's going to be electric start, and it's going to have enough charging power to charge the battery and run like 80 watts of lighting. So definitely stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't to the channel, because we're going to be doing a full video series on installation, testing, review, all that stuff about that. It's going to be really cool, because I honestly feel like that's like the one thing holding the YZ back from being a KTM beater in every way. So I know the hydraulic clutch and blah blah other things, but honestly it's the button that makes the biggest difference to me. So really excited about that. Thank you, patrons. All of my patrons on Patreon, you guys are the reason I was able to do that. The money you've been giving me went towards buying that, so thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys will be getting exclusive content on that because I really appreciate it. I'm going to be filming every part of that, and patrons, you're going to get to see all of it from start to finish, so that's awesome. The rest of you guys will get to see almost all of it, but there'll be some special stuff just for the patrons. If you're interested in supporting us on Patreon, link below. I'm gonna get to making this coffee and get back to work. All right, guys, super stoked. Another mail time for me this week. Actually, it's been a huge mail time for me this week, between customers bringing me awesome coffee and seasoning and things like that, and parts for my bike. But now I'm super stoked to announce that Fly has helped me out again with the new gear for the season. Really excited about the Evolution. What is this? Evolution DST. Super stoked. Kind of understated for me, being all like brown, tan, and black. But I'm super excited about it. Gonna be racing it this weekend at the Shady Burro. I really like Fly gear. It's got the BOA system on the back for adjusting, tightening. Also, honestly, let me show you one of my favorite things about Fly. Right here, what do they call it? Zipper lock. So, zipper up, and then this little guy goes across and holds that together if you got a little bit of a belly like me, and that helps hold that, and then keep it from wanting to unzip. Lock, really good. This is their stretch stuff, so you can move in it really well. It's also super breathable, a lot of vents on it. My last set of gear that I got from them, like race gear, because I have their patrol gear is my like off-road trail riding gear, and then their race gear I use their Evolution. It's held up incredibly well. I'll actually be wearing that tonight in Thursday Night Ride. But yeah, super excited. Thank you, Fly Racing, Jason Ream, Western Power Sports. Thank you so much. Really excited about that. I also got some stuff from Moto Minded. I'll show you that later, probably in another video when I go to remount my headlight. Thank you, Chris Vestal. I appreciate that. I got Daisy all ready to go racing this weekend at the Shady Burro Enduro. Oils changed, air filter serviced. Got my tires swapped. That's kind of a long story. I'll tell you that story here in a little bit. But I'm going to be running the M59 up front, the Bridgestone X30 in the rear. Same tires as I ran in the snowshoe, because I didn't tear them up that bad, and I really just don't want to buy tires right now. Put new brake pads front and rear, bled the brakes, lowered the brake pedal, because I did lose my brakes during the snowshoe, coming down some of the gnarly stuff, and I think it was because my brake pads were getting low and transferring too much heat into the fluid, even with the caliper cooler on there. So yeah, Daisy's ready to rock and roll. Zach is putting the 85 back together, but we ran into yet another problem with the fact that people shouldn't just take their stuff apart themselves. We're missing a Woodruff key. So I don't know if we're going to be able to find one anywhere. It's not for the ignition side, it's for the tranny side, and I don't know. Anyway, so there's that. Right on, guys. Thanks so much for joining us for this week's Shlog. We're shutting her down a little bit early because I'm heading out tonight to go down to the Shady Burro Enduro and race dirt bikes over the weekend. 2 days, over 100 miles each day. Gonna be super awesome. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you like this one. A lot of good stuff. And coming up really soon, we're going to Idaho. Zach and I and another buddy are going to Idaho, to the Stanley area. Gonna ride a whole bunch, gonna video the whole thing, so make sure you subscribe if you're interested in watching that. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. It really does mean a lot. I hope you get out, spread the gospel of two wheels, and I desperately hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you to work on, but more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes!